Okay, wait up. Alright, this is happening. Guess what this is? Guess what I'm watching? Woo! So this will be a live response or reaction, first reaction to Marvel's Studios' latest offering. What if? Let's do this.
Space.
Wow.
Reality.
You see the multiverse lines motif
It's more than a linear
or
path.
metaphor being carried forth from
It's a
the Loki
person
timeline.
looking
Yeah.
at this possibility. Where a single choice can branch out into infinite reality.
The multiverse. Yeah.
Creating alternate.
Okay, is this the timekeeper? Oh wow. It's like the one overlooking, or is he Kang, the Conqueror? I don't know, man. Let's carry on. Yeah! What if? Episode 1. Oh, German soldiers.
June 1945.
Yeah, Germany. Oh, the usual Nazi Red Skull.
The Allied armies
Hey,
banded
that's
together
Steve Rogers.
to create a new kind of soldier. A
Super soldiers. So here we are brought to another universe, the entire multiverse concept. And the original Captain America movies, yes, Steve Rogers say it was Captain America, and now this is in an alternate universe. It seems. What if Peggy becomes Captain America? Okay, let's find out. So the new multiverse was created when Peggy Carter, Agent Peggy Carter, chose to stay in the room when Steve Rogers was given the juice. Yeah, and that created as a branch and set off this new multiverse reality. Interesting. Oh, so there's this explosion, and apparently Steve, some Hydra agent, broke into the lab and was attempting to steal the serum, and there was a gun battle between Peggy and the agent, and Steve Rogers, the skinny guy, was shot. Oh man, stay with me, that's what she's saying. Obviously I can't play the video non-stop because of copyright reasons. Let's see. Okay, so this is how it goes. So apparently the machine was about to blow up, and the scientists were saying that, oh, they spent millions of dollars on this machine, and if no one goes in, it's going to be a huge loss, monetary loss. So Peggy Carter was looking at the weakling of Steve Rogers, who was injured, and I was also watching the two scientists debating who should jump in. So she volunteered, much to the shock and dismay of the scientists, and there she is in a machine, about to pump herself to become Captain America. Oh yeah, what a feminist twist to this Captain America story. There she is before the machine closes in on her, and Stark was there as well, you know, Iron Man's father. Okay, I think this is Stark, and this is the perfect male gaze posture. Let's watch. The moment when Peggy emerges from the machine. Woo! Miss Captain America.
It work.
And then some. You won't be needing those hills anymore. You won't be needing those hills anymore.
So sexist.
Wow.
Wow.
It's an absolute success.
What an
Chucks.
absolute failure. $60 million and all the hope in the world down the drain.
That was quite hilarious. The lines are quite cheeky. Um, I'm sure that this is a feminist slant to the Captain America story, and this few seconds is perfectly portrays a male-dominated society where the story is seen from the male gaze. You start out with no, not Tony Stark. It's Stark's father, Stark on lifting his sunglasses to ogle at who's gonna appear from the machine. Then you have a shot of the machine, and as it opens up, and you have Peggy in her not very traditionally sexy looking brassiere top. And when she comes out, the shot pans to Steve Rogers on the ground, and he goes, "Wow, can you sense the sexual vibe?" And it's intended there. I mean, whether it's not intended, it is there. You got to read in between the lines. So, and of course, this director, whoever he is, expressing disappointment because the project he expected an army to to be churned out from this blue serum project, but who was it wasted on? It was a woman called Peggy Carter, and of course he's like bitching away. What a waste of millions of dollars! It was like 60 millions. Yeah, $60 million. There you go. A probably a little snippet on or criticism on male patriarchy. And he said it. Instead, I got a girl. The commander, the general, actually said it. The perfect sexist statement. And look at Peggy Carter. She's still dressed in her sexy brassiere in the 60s, 70s. Wow, I mean, can it's done on purpose, I'm very sure. Okay, this is a scene of her with Steve Rogers punching a boxing bag, and comes right after the general said to her, "Women aren't soldiers." Right, in case they can't fight in battles. Okay, there you go. And in case they break a nail, these are his words from the mouth of the general. And of course, this totally pisses off Peggy Carter. So cool, right? Gender studies. Love it. Okay, this got a funny shot. So she kicks this weight, and that I think Rogers throws at her to help her in her training, or maybe she flung it across the room and it smashes against the wall, and she says she could smash this against Hitler, when in actual reality she wants to throw this and smash out Colonel Flint's balls, or smash his face altogether, or passive aggressive female protagonist. Here you go. Ouch! Look at the number of weights that's stuck against the wall. Those are all kicked by Peggy Carter. It's not just passive aggressive now. This is just like, ooh, lots of female rage. Nice job. This part is interesting. They were just going on about Peggy was telling Steve that, hey, I'm so sorry, you are supposed to be the hero to save the people from the war. And Steve replied by saying, oh, it's okay, I'm not very much of a dancer anyway. And to that, Peggy answered, maybe you haven't found the right partner yet. It's so clear that the series is setting up these two as partners. They're gonna work together, but it's also quite disturbing that, as usual, a strong, powerful female protagonist should be set up. The foil to her is a weakling of Steve Rogers. He's a weakling because he hasn't received the serum yet, the super soldier serum, so he's skinny, and that's her foil. The weak Steve Rogers against the supersized feminist supersized Peggy Carter. Do you see a problem with this in the feminist, world? That in order for women to succeed, men must be dominated against. They must be weakened. I cannot disagree with this. I think men and women can work together on equal status, but this is what this movie is suggesting. Well, I'm just sharing my thoughts. Don't kill me, okay? Okay, Hydra, or whoever this is, Hydra agent, having found a tesseract in this place that's guarded by this very old man. I'm not sure who he is. Okay, but this is the guy who found it, of course, through force. And in the background, the old man has been shot while this Hydra agent opens up to reveal the tesseract, the blue ring, right? Ooh. Okay, so you can see the antagonism between Stark, Peggy, and then the Colonel Flynn or whatever his name is, and the discussion was they need to react fast to rescue the tesseract that has just been stolen. And when Peggy volunteered, of course the Colonel, the sexist Colonel, says, "You must be out of your mind." Oh well, traditional patriarchy. There have you. Let's go on. So I think it's Stark, and Peggy's drinking a bar. She's frustrated that she can't help the and so he presents her with this box to lure her to try to make that attempt to retrieve the tesseract from Hydra. Hey, what's in it? Oh yeah, just like what's his name? Oh no! The new Captain America received his costume and a mysterious box. Yep, in the box was Captain America's altered costume, right? And they are tailored specially to fit Peggy Carter, of course. And now Peggy is looking at the shield. Her reflection is cast in the surface of the shield. And again, we have this theme of personal identity. Here, we are constantly being reminded that Peggy Carter is operating in a male-dominated world. And so this weapon is made for a man. She might be, I mean, of course, the audience will just presented this dilemma. Would she be able to take on this male task that was done by a male superhero? You see her doubt in her eyes, like that you see in the previous series. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name. You know, before Falcon was supposed to take up the mantle of Captain America, he was filled with a lot of doubts. He goes through this journey. Maybe Peggy is experiencing this. Will be seen going through this passage as well, passage of self-doubt, as she develops a new identity as Captain America. So there you go, the Hydra symbol, and that's probably where the Tesseract is kept. And it's being guarded by German soldiers on motorbikes. Ooh. Oh man, I love these traditional motorbike helmets. And the goggles, so cool, right? Of course, Captain America arrives. Peggy threw the shield at towards the entire fleet, and of course, it knocked off one of the German soldiers on the bike. Alamak, you see her being set against this statue of a female riding two horses. This is like a Greek heroine, right? This Greek statue. The two figures are juxtaposed against each other. Peggy is exacting justice against a world that's falling apart due to the war, and she's trying to retrieve now, as the feminine female superhero. She's trying to retrieve the Tesseract from the Germany. So Batman-like, ah. Walao eh. Nice. The superhero pose. Remember Scarlett's sister? Can't remember her name in the movie Black Widow. Had just teased her and say, "Oh, you're such a poser. What is this pose that you always land on the ground with?" This is the same pose, the superhero pose. Whoa! Here's the power of the super serum soldier. Superhero serum. Wow, she was able to ram the vehicle and lift it off the ground. Way to go, Captain America! Oh, check out the entire costume. It has the British flag. Is that the British flag? Emblazoned all over her front chest. Look at that stance. Look at that strength. What a mad woman she is. At this point, she is also stunned by her own strength, and she says that was brilliant. Of course, she's woman handling the vehicles made of steel, concrete, and what have you, tanks, motor vehicles, trucks. She's battling them down one by one, ramming them with her super soldier strength. And she ends off with this line and says, "I'm usually more covert." Okay, I think I'll end here. You know where the story will end. She will save the world. She might retrieve the Tesseract. I'll keep you guys in suspense. Go and watch the rest of the TV series, or rather this episode, episode 1. It has been fun doing this live commentary. I have not finished watching this yet. I need to get my breakfast. I'm gonna meet a friend before work. Hey, go watch this, man. This is so exciting. Coming from my background, majoring in gender studies and literature, it's really very interesting, very intriguing to see now the various male-dominated Marvel superhero stories now being given a twist, and this is a feminist slant to Captain America. We have now a female superhero, Peggy Carter, and her foil is the weakling, skinny Steve Rogers, and Bucky was also mentioned, by the way, in passing, so we might get to see him make an appearance, or maybe he will be one of the important characters and mentioned in this series. Okay, this series, it's episodic. There's only one episode to each superhero. Okay, so it's just one episode. Go watch. It's just been released, and I can't wait actually. But I really need to pee. I'm not a superhero. I can't hold my piss. And kudos to women. Kudos to gender equality in the workplace. But again, I stress, gender equality should not come at the price of at the repeat of, what do you call that? Oppression. Women don't need to be strong in order for them to oppress men. I think both men and women can be equally strong, and if that is possible, then we will have really, gender peace. So racial harmony between both genders. And the problem now is that some women seek to oppress men in the process of tearing down patriarchy. Yeah, I think that's very unhealthy. That's like revisiting the evils of patriarchy all over again now, except that now the gender that's climbing to the top of the ranks are women, very angry women, mad women. Oh, so Taylor Swift would put them in her song Mad Woman. Men and women can work together and share power and positions equally. I think that's possible. We just got to let go of our angry past, and I think some male leaders need to apologize to women for the abuses in the past. An apology does wonders, don't you think? And you can't just depend on the women forgiving, because women have been mistreated for centuries. since the colonial times, or even right from the beginning of time, if you believe in the Adam and Eve story, or whichever cultural background you come from, women are often given, have to play the second fiddle, and subservient roles. They have to stay at home, look after the kids, yeah, do housework, whereas men are seen as the breadwinner. I think in this modern world that is quite archaic, and we got to embrace the changing roles or dynamic evolution of gender roles. Men and women are out in the workforce, and I've always worked for female bosses, although very honestly speaking, I've only met one very, very nice female boss. The rest are, ooh, I just don't like the emotional manipulation. Okay, I said it. I might get killed for saying that, but I believe that there are many good female bosses out there, like the one I met in Victoria School. This was so long ago. I wish I take up your invite to teach in a school. I really wish I had. Whoever you are, I can't remember your name. You're an amazing female boss. You're so kind, so caring, and so inspiring. Yeah. Hey, back to what if? What if I had taken up that teaching offer in Victoria School after my teaching practicum? What if things would have been much different, don't you think? We can all dream a little, we can all live in a little bit of fantasy, we can all try to imagine a different universe in a multiverse of things. I think this is gonna be a really, really exciting series. Stay tuned.